This year is entitled Yaakov's Encounter with Paroh. So Paroh finally gets to meet Yaakov Avinu, the father of the great Yosef. What's the question that he asks him? How old are you? It's a funny question. So many things that we could think about that he would ask, and yet that's what he asks. And then Yaakov's answer is not simple either. He goes ahead and he says, well, I'm old. I'm not really as old as I look. I just look old. I haven't reached the age of my family, my parents. It sounds like he's complaining. There's a range of opinions. There are those that say the Medrash, quoted by Datzakinimi Bali Tosfos on the page of the Mikrot Gedolot, says that Yosef, that Paroh question, asking about his age, and Yaakov's response was wrong, and he actually lost years of his life because of the complaint. He should have had such hakarat tov, thanks to Hashem for saving him over the years, from Lavan, from Esav, saving Dinah, saving Yosef, and he should not have spoken that way, and therefore he was punished. It was wrong. Person should not go ahead. Person should be able to see the brachot in his life, and he should not complain when things are not exactly the way he wanted it to be. If he wants to go ahead and talk it over with the rabbi, with his chavrusa, and try to make sense of his life and why things happened to him and see if he could have any insights, that's fine. But just to go ahead and have a shoulder to cry on and complain, that is not appropriate, and especially for Yaakov. And as great as Yaakov was, there was a flaw here. That is the Medrash's approach according to the Datzakinim. The Kli Yakar has a fascinating approach. He says that when Yaakov came down, he was a special person. The Nile actually rose up in his occasion. The waters were higher up, and maybe this would be signaling the end of the famine. Paroh heard about it. He was all excited. He's only concerned about one thing. This man looks really old. So the fact is he might die tomorrow, and so much for our salvation. So he said, how old are you? Meaning, are you going to be around for a while? What's going to be here? And are we going to have salvation? So Yaakov wanted to calm him down. He said, don't worry. I look much older than I am. I've been through stuff. But Yetz Hashem, I should be around for many years, and hopefully we'll have peace and tranquility and end to the famine in Egypt. So it was a thought-out response. Another possibility is one I heard from Rabbi Yisrael Chait in Far Rockaway, where he said that Yaakov was a little bit nervous, that Paroh saw him, knew that he's a holy person, the father of a Yosef, and was a little nervous about maybe people gravitating towards Yaakov and seeing that he's the real leader of Egypt. He's the guru, and Paroh is just a nothing compared to Yaakov. So Yaakov was nervous that Paroh should not have this misconception, and therefore he played himself down. I'm really nothing. I haven't had a great life. I'm nothing special. Meaning, don't worry, Paroh, you're the king. So here's three approaches. The first one is critical of Yaakov, that he should have been more careful. A great Yaakov, we don't always understand his level, but there was a flaw there according to the first approach, and one has to be very careful how he speaks to people, to complain and whine. If you're going to complain and whine to someone, it should be thought out. Who is the person? Is it maybe a therapist, maybe a rabbi, maybe one's wife? It should be thought through properly. A person just cannot complain. And then it may look that he's a kafoi tova. He doesn't properly appreciate all of Hashem's brachot if he's just complaining. That's approach one. Approach number 2 and 3 are giving Yaakov more credit, that it was a thought-out response. It was not a complaint. And either he was just trying to tell Paroh, I'm going to be around for a while, and hopefully we'll continue to share brachot together. Or the second approach, the positive approach, is that he was just nervous that Paroh was going to have some jealousy of him. So he played himself down, really, I'm nothing special, and it should all be fine. Either way, we should always analyze every word of the Torah, every word of all of the speeches of the Avot, and see when we can learn from them, whether it's to emulate and to grow, or where we need to be careful and not slip like one of the great Avot may have on this one occasion. Shalom.